What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys another video today. So first and foremost today, I want to say congratulations. Huge congratulations to two different sets of people. And some of you might be in both categories. One, of course, the Meta holders, the people who are in Meta stock, people who got call options on Meta, people who traded Meta over the earnings period. Congratulations. That's myself included for holding the stock. And two, everyone who made great gains this week. I saw a lot of progress, especially in our Discord, also on social media overall. A lot of people making good gains on various plays, not just the earnings plays, but overall. So congratulations to you for making money. If you're making money, you're making progress. So make sure you're taking in those lessons, learning, keep on improving, and make some more money. Now, going into next week. To be honest, I want to talk about Meta first. But first, let's talk about going into next week. There are a few big earnings plays. In fact, I'm going to show you guys the plays for this week, the earnings plays, because there's more than enough to eat on this week. There's more than enough. Let's start with earnings. Monday after close, you've got Palantir. Palantir right now is like $17. We're going to have a look at the chart. Palantir was like $8 maybe a year ago. And I still see Palantir going up a bit more. I still see them smashing earnings just like Amazon did a couple of days ago, just like Meta did a couple of days ago. I see Palantir rising up. So I'm looking at Palantir. But obviously, you've also got Eli Lilly, Tuesday before open, Spotify as well. You got Snap after hours and Chipotle, even Elf. Elf is important too. Then Wednesday, you got Alibaba, Uber, and CVS and Roblox before market. After market, you've got one of my big hitters for the future, PayPal. You got Disney as well and ARM. And then Thursday, it gets even better. Affirm, Cloudflare, and yeah, a couple others as well. But those are the main ones. Spirit is there too, but those are the main ones. So it's going to be another huge week for earnings. Now, from the stocks I just mentioned, you can expect me to trade an Alibaba, a PayPal, a Lilly. You can expect me to trade maybe an Affirm in there as well. But what I wanted to say is these earnings plays, not just these earnings plays, but what we've seen in the last couple of weeks, there's life-changing money to be made. There's life-changing money to be made. Now, I mean, I don't know who of you traded, Tesla over the earnings or Netflix over the earnings with us, or even Facebook recently, but you've seen there's money to be made. Now, let's jump onto Yahoo Finance. Here's Lily. I've been talking about it for a while. Your father is a moron. I don't know what David Ramsey's always talking about. This guy's always aggravating people and getting angry. Anyway, should I go to investing.com now? I'll stay here. What I want to do now is the time. Now is the time. Meta. Jeez, 20% in a day. So yesterday, Meta's market cap increased by, I believe, over 200 billion in a single trading day, which is the most ever recorded on the stock market. Honestly, is Meta the Patek Philippe of the internet? Right now, it is. So Meta announced earnings. They killed earnings as we expected. It was like their revenue was increased, their cost of expenses was down, just a load of great things. They're announcing a dividend as well. Like I said, this is a stock that 1 year ago, it was $170. Okay. November though, yeah, November 22, it was $93. Nobody wanted it then. I didn't want to add more, but I did want to hold my share, so I still did want it. But you see where it is today? Jeez, come on now. Meta's done wonders. Yesterday, it jumped $80. To put it in perspective, for those of you who like to trade options, if you put $150 into Meta options, call options, Thursday before close, and held till around midday yesterday, you would have turned that $150 into over $5,000. I kid you not, $150 flat, no leverage, no nothing, just $150 flat. That turned to over $5,000. Pain if you didn't get in. Pain because I didn't get in. But the good thing is there's going to be more of those. Maybe not like Meta, but there's going to be more where you turn 150 into 1,000, 2,000. There's going to be more. I tell you that there's going to be more. So going into this week, I'm not actually going to be looking at Meta. I will be looking at, let's jump over to trading view. I'll be looking at the PayPals, the Teslas, all that kind of stuff. I was already looking at Tesla earlier, as you can see. Let's start with PayPal. PayPal's earnings is this week. Alibaba and PayPal this week. So PayPal, I'm always going on about PayPal as one of my long-term holds. We've got a new I say we. PayPal have a new CEO. This guy is obviously trying to make change. He sounds very positive, very comfortable with what he's got planned. We'll see how that pays off, but I think that could be an indication of what's to come. I'm seeing more positive sentiment towards PayPal. If you look at the previous earnings, this is where I believe it failed badly. Never mind. No, the last earnings it shot up. It was probably the earnings before then. The earnings before it tanked, right? Here we are. Yep, that's the one. This crazy drop in August. This time, I'm expecting a rally. We'll see how crazy the rally is. It might just be a $5-10 rally, but we've bounced off the moving averages pretty well. We've held support. We've continued pushing up, and I expect more from PayPal. Again, you zoom out on this chart, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. This for me is a double up right now. If you get shares at these prices, $60, this is $120 in a year, 2 years for me. Again, not financial advice, but PayPal, I'm looking at PayPal. So of course, PayPal to the upside. Alibaba, I'll be looking at shares because I don't know what they're going to do, right? I mean, you never know what any stock is going to do. Last earnings, it dropped. Earnings before that kind of consolidated. Earnings before that did kind of push up. Alibaba, I honestly think is pretty bearish right now. But for $70, I like shares at these prices. My ideal scenario with Alibaba is trading puts and it drops down $4 or $5 and then we ride the wave back up. That's my ideal scenario with Alibaba. But I have to look into that a bit more, do a bit more digging to figure out what could be happening with Alibaba. Now, I do want to talk about Tesla. I do want to talk about Tesla because I'm in calls. I'm in calls. Why? Because we're holding this zone here. And also because I think we're near that bottom for Tesla I mentioned at 185. And to be honest, I'm going to draw a line here because there seems to be a support starting to form around this area, 180. So we could be, just below that zone. We could be dropping to 180, 185, but I don't think we're going lower than that anytime soon. Now, of course, I could be mistaken. But in the case that I am mistaken, I will not make the same mistake that I made with Meta. This time I'll be buying shares of Tesla. For me, between 165 and 180, you're getting a good price with Tesla. You're getting shares at a good price, a reasonable price. And what we're looking at in terms of returns over a year period, I'd say easily at least a 40% return. And if we're lucky, we might be getting higher towards the end of, towards 60, 70% returns with Tesla. Now, of course, short term, what are my price targets with Tesla? Short term, I'd say by summer, really back up to that 250, 260. And by summer's being optimistic, I expect it to be really by April, like the next couple of months, I expect us to be back at a 260 level, which is why I'm probably also going to get call options. I'd say around between 240 and 250 call options for middle of April. I was looking today, contracts weren't too pricey, and it gives you that exercise option if you are going to buy 100 shares, which let me not speak too much on that yet. I could end up doing. I honestly could, because Tesla at these prices, just like Nvidia was, just like Microsoft was, just like Meta was, they were prices where we should have been buying. And I'm not going to make the same mistake with Tesla. So again, those 100 shares exercise option, I don't know about that yet. But what I can tell you is the call options, I will be buying those outright. And maybe also some short-term puts intraday, intra-week, just to kind of hedge against my position. Let's see. But to be honest, like I said, this zone is holding this zone pretty well. So I don't see it falling too far. Those puts are probably going to be, take what you can get here and there. Then moving on, I mentioned Lilly. I say Lilly because it's LLY, but it's Eli Lilly. So healthcare. This stock has been on a rampage. I see the stock continuing to rally. Honestly, I'm looking at calls with this. Is it going to be a meta play where it just jumps up 50, $60? I don't think so. But does it have the potential to do so? It definitely has the potential to run, but maybe not as, like I said, not as much as Meta. For me, this stock is undefeated. This stock can't be beaten right now. It's a little bit similar to this stock, AVGO, which this one's a bit more volatile, but when it drops, it recovers very quickly. Look at that chart. AVGO chart is beautiful. So yeah, Lily, I'm looking at the calls, to be honest. I would say, if you're a long-term investor and you can afford a couple shares at those prices in the 600s, I'd say keep your eyes on it. Now, Palantir, they have earnings this week again. Just like last time, it rallied, right? I'm expecting a similar thing this time. Really, I'm looking for up towards $20, maybe $19. But yeah, $2 rally. So that's about what? Just over 10%, about 12%. Honestly, from a technical standpoint, it keeps getting rejected by this 200 moving average. When we did break above, we fell back down. But when it comes to earnings, that can all get blown out the water very quickly, very easily. It seems to be holding this nice level of support around $16 and won't break below. I know Shonoff is in the puts, so sorry on that one. It looks like we're going to be rising higher. Another stock where when it was, where it was a year ago. Yep. A year ago we were, there we go. Where's February 2023? A year ago we were $8. So if you had invested a year ago, you got 100% returns. That's a double up. But right now, I'm looking at the calls towards the upside. I think it's still got a lot of upside, Palantir. Just always zoom out, scroll, and then you see, oh yeah, look, it was $27 before. It was 30, it was 40. We're not late. So Palantir calls is what I'm looking at. Maybe once it pulls back, this is the 4-hour chart. If you pull up the daily chart, you'll see it's consolidated a little bit. Crazy inverted hammer there. But yeah, going into February, I'm pretty optimistic about our options. No pun intended, but I like what I see. I like what's on offer. And to be honest, if you can focus on getting those, income producing stocks, like what Meta's done now, like what Nvidia's done, like what AMD's done, Palantir could be one of those, PayPal could be one of those, Baba could be one of those. I threw out 5 stocks which I'm buying this month in the Discord. So go check that out if you're in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord or DM me if you need a free trial or something like that. But yeah, overall, that's mainly it, guys. Meta really was the winner this past week. No doubt about it. I mean, gaining $200 billion, sorry, not 200 billion, gaining $2 billion market cap in a day. That's ridiculous. I think it's the first stock to ever gain $2 billion market cap in one single trading day. And then, yeah, like I said, overall SPY keeps pushing higher. SPY to 500 this month. That's pretty mandatory. That's pretty standard. I don't see us not hitting 500. We might hit 500 and get rejected. We might hit 500 and push higher, but I see us hitting 500 this month at least. But yeah, overall, I'm looking forward to this week. Walmart is another stock I killed. I think many of you guys killed all sorts of stocks. So, it was a good week overall. Great week overall. And yeah, that's mainly it for today's video. For those of you who do not know, I'm on social media. I'm more active there day to day. Obviously, I'm always in the Discord. Come check out the Royal Trading Academy. We're always there, live and direct, making the plays, making the trades, the breakdowns, the charts, all that kind of stuff and more. Go check out the Royal Trading Academy. And then, of course, the stock option starter pack. That one there is 10 videos. You'll have access to those for life. Make sure you check out the stock option starter pack and make sure you check out all my socials as well at The Wealth Prince. But that's it from me today. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I go into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace. Game.